really into, like, I don't want to say I'm into Buddhism, because I'm not Buddha, even though Buddhism says everyone is a Buddha. But I'm into the concept. I'm into the calming of the mind and getting rid of discursive thought and understanding karma and not getting upset, things like that. So I really learned a lot on that. I was watching a program, Bill Moyers on PBS, and he had Pema Chodron. I don't know how you pronounce her name. Anyway, and she said something, and it was like, oh no shit. I know exactly what you're talking about, and here I am thinking I was the only one out of 6.7 billion people that felt that way, and here was this Buddhist nun saying, oh yeah, I feel like that all the time. So anyway, I was sitting there watching TV, and she goes, you know how when you have this thought and it just won't go away, and you keep on, and you just keep thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking, and you get more upset, more upset, more upset. It's like, oh man, I know exactly what she's talking about. So it's like, oh, I think I'll go buy her book. I don't know if that's what she was on TV for or not, but I know it worked for me. So that was about a year and a half ago, and it's helped a lot. So, but the thing is, you're supposed to go and get rid of your ego, which is, and I understand this, and I actually believe this. You know, an ego is nothing more, that's who we are. We are our ego, and it's nothing more but a series of thoughts, the past, and we sum it all up, and that's who we are. So, you know, maybe this will relate to you. So, you know, you go, you'll always like chocolate ice cream, and then you want vanilla. And someone goes, oh my God, you're eating vanilla ice cream. Don't you always like chocolate? And it's like, oh, I better not eat vanilla because someone will criticize me about eating vanilla. See, it's like, why? Who gives a shit? Eat vanilla. Or eat chocolate, or eat them both. That's the whole point. It's the whole point of your ego is something that you've always done. You get stuck in this wheel. You do it the same way because, and of course you have fear in there, because if you do something different, someone's going to say, oh my God, you're doing something different. And then they're going to criticize you, and then you're going to get upset. And that's called samsara, is my understanding of it. So you always do the same thing because you don't want to change, but you really do want to change, but you don't want to change. So you feel bad because you want to do something, but you can't do something. And that's it. It's called the Four Noble Truths. Life is suffering. Suffering's caused by attachment. There's a way to get rid of the attachment, and the attachment is the path between hedonism and asceticism. I don't know if I'm pronouncing those right either. And that's how you eliminate it. So you're supposed to eliminate your ego. So here I am sitting here and I'm like, okay, so if you eliminate yourself, your ego, the I, the me as it's called, then how do you exist in this universe? Because if you get rid of yourself, then what's the point? And this is what I'm going through. Okay, I'm going to destroy myself because that's what the Buddha says you're supposed to do. And yet if you destroy yourself, then what's the point of living? So I'm like, that's not right. That can't be right. Maybe it is right, but that's not the right that I want to be. And I get back to, you know, you are who you are. You create your own world. Well, I don't want to live in that world. So I came across this website, and I don't know where it is. There's a piece of paper around here somewhere. And this guy was really good. He summed this up really well. And he said those, you know, words I just like to hear. It's like, you know, well, you're supposed to give up everything, but that's not really what it means. Oh, okay, that's exactly what I want to hear. And that's pretty much what he said. And it's the elimination of the discursive thought that builds up your ego, not the elimination of the ego. And in truth, if my understanding, Buddhism doesn't want you to give up your ego. It wants you to master your ego. So it's not like you get rid of yourself. You learn to live with yourself. And that makes sense. And one of the things he said is like, you know, when you're by yourself, instead of thinking of something, just let it go. And then the spin is when you're thinking of something that does not support what you want to do, and we all do this. You're sitting and you're thinking of lunch. Okay, that's probably a supportive thing. It's like 11:11, so I should be thinking of lunch. But then, what you shouldn't be doing, or what is not really constructive, is like, yeah, but if I have a hot dog, then I'll get upset, or I'll get fat, or da-da-da-da-da. That's the kind of crap. It's like, who gives a shit? Don't have a, it should be, nope, I don't want a hot dog. You know why you don't want a hot dog, or you know why you do want a hot dog. That's what they're saying. Don't be thinking about it. Just, hot dog. Now, don't, it's like, no, don't want a hot dog. You don't want a hot dog because. Don't be going into why you shouldn't, and then if you did, and your mind is off running when you could be thinking of something more important, more productive, something that you want to do. That's all.